So I'll be talking about today. Good day. I'll be talking about the demand and supply zone. So before you see this video, you must have seen the first one where I gave the hint about demand and supply zone strategy. So I'll be reading out what supply zone means. Okay, supply and demand zone means. Okay, here is first is demand zone. A demand zone is an area where there is a strong buying interest. It indicates a price range where buyers are willing to purchase an asset, often leading to a price increases when the price reaches this level. Traders often refers to this as a support zone. So I said something about the support zone in the previous video. So demand zone simply means a support zone whereby the buyers have a strong buy. There is a buying pressure in this particular zone whereby institutions come, bankers, government come to buy, forming an impulsive move to the upside. So actually demand zone means when you hear, oh, this is a support, I want to map out my support zone, it actually means a demand zone. Then supply zone means resistance zone, because I said this in the previous video. So before you see this one now I'm talking about now, you must have seen the previous one. Please, if you are hearing a music sound, my neighbor is playing a music, please try to ignore it, because I know it must be affecting you. That is the life of a student. So I don't know how to knock in her door or to tell her to stop playing her music. Okay, so please bear with us. Okay, so I'll try as much as I can to make my voice louder so you'll be hearing me. Okay, so as I was saying, sorry for the interruption, demand zone is actually a support zone. Demand zone is actually a support zone. Then supply zone is resistance zone. Okay, demand is like support zone, then supply is resistance zone. That's what it's all about. So here is the characteristic. The first characteristic says price tends to reverse and move upward when it reaches the demand zone. Okay, when price reaches the demand zone, price tends to move up. Then price the second one says the zone is usually marked by a significant price movement upward from that level in the past. Okay, price must have for you to know a good demand zone, there must be a break of structure. This is what it means, as that means that demand zone has been marked before at the past, and price comes to touch that demand zone, that the past demand zone, and continue moving up, forming a new demand zone. Do you understand? This is what it's talking about. Then the third characteristic says that it reflects an area where a large institutional orders might have have been placed, causing a surge in a buying pressure. This supply demand zone. These are the characteristics. Yeah, but a demand zone. Okay, that means that people, bankers, government have come and placed a huge order there for a huge buying pressure there, so that it will cause an impulsive move to the upward side, a buying pressure. Because when too much money enters, when too much orders enters into a market, is that buying or selling, it causes an impulsive move, you cause an impulsive an aggressive buying, a pressure buying upwards. Okay, so I'll go over to my dashboard to talk about all these things in essence. Okay, I hope you have understand what buying and what demand zone is all about. So I'll go to my notes dashboard to give you an example. So let's take for example, after this I'll go to my MetaTrader 5 to give you more realistic illustration. Okay, so that is it. So I'll use my dashboard. Okay, so let's assume we are in a buying trend. Okay, we have higher high, higher low. Okay, higher high, higher low. Okay, higher high. This is just an example, a typical example of a buying trend. Okay, so if you take now, for us to know a very good demand zone. Okay, for us to know a very good demand, a valid demand zone, a very good one, a good demand zone, there must be a break of structure. What do I mean by a break of structure? This example says example of break of structure. When price is moving, for example, when price is moving in an uptrend, it retraces and breaks. To show it's in a trend, you have to break the previous high. This is the previous high, and once it breaks the previous high, it is called break of structure. Okay, I don't know how to give you an example. I'm trying to make it more neat. ama m na ịhụ na aghọta mana ka m kọwaa ya ọfụma. Okay, I said earlier there are criteria, because I've given you the meaning. Now I'm talking about the criteria to know a very good. I'm just following the steps of what the topics I listed. Okay, the criteria to know a very good demand zone. There must be a break of structure. Okay, what do I mean by a break of structure? This is a break of structure. This is a break of structure. Here is our demand zone. If you check now, price came inside this place and move. Although you didn't touch this demand zone, it's not a must. It depends. Its price might come inside your fair value gap or